and welcome back to my channel. Well, have I got some interesting news to share with you. Kim, the creator of the channel Chris Watts, Revelation and the Reckoning, posted a video stating that she has requested a copy of the results of the DNA test performed on baby Niko at the request of the Rzucek family. She said she made the request to Frank Rusek, Shanann's father, on behalf of Chris and his parents because they want to know the truth about whether Chris was Niko's father or not. She said that both Chris and his parents believe the Ruseks must have had a reason to conduct a DNA test on Niko because his paternity was in question, so they would like to know the results of the test as well. They want to know for sure if Niko was Chris's baby. Now, I didn't know the Ruseks had a DNA test performed on baby Niko. This is the first I've heard of it. As a matter of fact, as closely as I've followed this case, I didn't even realize Niko's paternity was in question until recently when I read about it on Facebook. Then when I covered Ronnie Watt's interview with Kim on my channel, he mentioned that when he asked the prosecutor who the father of baby Niko was, he just said Chris. So he told Kim she could make of that what she wanted. So, I guess I've been a bit behind on that aspect of this case. But apparently, it's an issue, because now Chris and his parents want answers. Now I know this all comes at a very convenient time, since Kim is speaking out on behalf of Chris, and they're trying to secure him a trial. But they don't seem to be playing on this one. Kim stated that she told Shanann's dad that if they send the DNA results to the Watts and they prove that Niko is Chris's, then she will do a video on her channel to clear this up once and for all. But she said if they don't send a copy of the results to Chris and the Wattses, they will assume it is because they are not entitled to the information because Chris is not the father. Kim said that the Wattses were made aware of the DNA test when the Ruseks mentioned it during their appearance on the Dr. Phil show. I don't remember that, but I've been wrong before. Maybe you remember. Anyway, this exchange between Kim and Shanann's dad started on December 9th of 2020 when Kim did a panel discussion on the YouTube channel Save Robbie. Apparently Frank watched it because he disagreed with something she said, and he left the following comment on Robbie's channel. He said, "Sorry, but get your news right. Nicole did not call the media. Get it right, lady." Now, I'm going to stop here for a brief moment to make a request of all of my viewers that should go without saying, but because of what has happened already in the past, I feel the need to say it. Please, if you go to Save Robbie's channel to view Frank Rusek's post, please do not post any negative or rude comments to him. The man has been to hell and back. He's been through enough. I'm sure this does not apply to 99.9% of you, but for the 0.1% who think it's okay to do that, it's not. Yes, he made a public comment on a YouTube page for all to see, but he didn't do it to invite hate, harassment, and negativity in. He did it because he felt strongly about something that he felt Kim said in error. He should have the right to do that without receiving a flood of hateful comments. So if you comment to him, please be respectful. I know the majority of you will, but he says they've received so much hate in this case, which I will never, ever understand. So I feel the need to protect him, to a certain extent. Okay, back to business. So, Kim said when she saw his comment, she wanted to respond to him, but only after she discussed it with Chris and his parents. So she said she spoke with Chris and the Wattses. Then she responded to Frank's comment with the following statement and request on behalf of both. She said, "I just spoke with Chris. He confirmed that when Amanda, Nick, and Chris were sitting at the table, Nicole Atkinson informed Chris that Fox 31 News would be there the next morning at 10:30 a.m. Wanted to make sure I was correct in my recollection of what I said. One big fact that you could help us clear up is providing Chris, Ronnie, or Cindy Watts proof of the DNA test you guys have spoken about having the results to in respect to baby Niko. We clearly would like to be able to eliminate as much speculation as possible, and with you having those results, it would be an easy fix. If you just send a copy of the results via mail, text, or email to them, it would be appreciated. I believe you have their contact info. If not, I can provide that to you. After they review the results, if it shows Chris Watts as being the father, I'll immediately post a video with them clearing the air on that, and it will officially be done, and we can all move on from that one aspect. I know this whole situation is hard for both families. I truly am sorry for any added stress or emotion that all of this is adding to an already tough situation. It's hard for the Watts family as well, and we just hope to have more truth and clarity in the coming days, weeks, and months ahead. Ultimately, we just want answers too, and since they aren't readily available to us, we have no choice but to go about it in this way. We'll wait to receive those DNA results from you, and with that, be able to move on from that soon. Thank you. Now that was the end of her response to Frank Rusek. After she posted her response, some people responded to Kim, saying that she had no right making Niko's DNA test public because it's private information. To one of those comments, Kim replied, "Thank you for your message. I understand your concern. Let me clarify. It was the Ruseks who had a paternity test done. When the Watts found this out, it shocked them. They had no idea why they would request to have this done, and neither did Chris. Clearly, there must be a reason to have their daughter's baby tested. The Watts have attempted to get these results via the DA's office and the Ruseks. All attempts have failed, which leaves the Watts to believe the baby isn't Chris's, because then legally, they wouldn't have to provide the results to Chris or his parents." Frank left a comment to me, and I responded. I used the opportunity to ask him what I did. I have never reached out to him or his wife before, as I also recognize that boundary. However, when he engaged me, I simply engaged back. The paternity is public knowledge, as they took this conversation onto Dr. Phil's television show already. So please understand that I'm not simply exposing a private matter, rather trying to help Chris and his family gain clarity on a very critical piece to this tragedy that the Ruseks dropped on the Wattses via a Dr. Phil episode on TV. Like I said, clearly, they had a reason to do a test on baby Niko. If that baby is truly Chris Watts' baby, Chris and the Watts would now request the legal test results to ease their concerns. Then in her video, Kim makes it clear that she is making a public request to Shanann's parents to please, if they have the results of the paternity test, to please turn them over to the Wattses. She says they are simply asking for the legal proof that Niko is Chris's baby, because Chris wants to know why they felt the need to have a DNA test conducted. She then says she wants to make it clear that the Wattses are not trying to add any negativity toward Shanann, but the Ruseks were the ones who did the DNA test. She said that it was like a warning sign to all of them. Their biggest concern, she says, is that if Chris is not the father, they don't legally have to provide the results to them. So if Chris and the Watts don't receive the results, they will consider that confirmation that Chris was not Niko's father. She said this will once and for all settle any questions about the paternity of baby Niko. She says they hope to have the results soon. Wow. That's quite the wow. That's all I gotta say about that. I guess we'll see where this all goes, huh? I also want to address the video Kim posted prior to this one, just a day or two ago, where she shared an email Chris sent to her regarding seeking a new trial. It read, "Of course I want to go back to court because I never went in the first place if you think about it. We've got 11 months and a lot of praying to do. Prayer warriors unite. Then he goes on citing a prayer that is all about his filing and hopes that it'll be accepted in blah blah blah, which I'm sorry, but I can't read with a straight face. Chris acting so holy after what he did is just something I can't deal with, so I'll spare you. But I wanted to share his email with you because he says in 11 months something's going to happen. He says they have 11 months. Now, Kim didn't elaborate on that, or the email at all for that matter, so I don't know what he's talking about necessarily. I know she said he plans to file his paperwork soon, so maybe they have to give him a decision 11 months from now? I don't know. But something seems to be cooking with him in 11 months. If you know, please share it in the comments. If I hear any more, I'll be sure to let you know. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it, and I'll see you on my next video.